Jessica. I'm the founder and editor of the blog, The Organized Mama, where I share organizing, home decor, and crafting inspiration. I love creating crafts as I think it's a great way to get your hands dirty and try something new. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a candy wreath. We're going to use curling ribbon and some fun embellishments to create a door that's perfect for Halloween decoration or for trick-or-treaters coming to your door. So let's grab your macrame hoop. This one is 12 inches, but you can use whatever size you would like, and your curling ribbon. Today I'm using orange, white, and black. Since we're going to be cutting a lot of ribbon, I would suggest taking a box and taping the ribbon to the bottom of the box. This way, you can get a bunch of ribbon cut quickly. Now, I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to tape it to the bottom of the box. Now I'm going to stand up my box and wrap the ribbon around a bunch of times. Now be careful that you don't wrap it around too much, otherwise it makes it rather difficult to cut once we actually cut each side of the ribbon. So I'm gonna wrap it around like so. I find it easier if I have both of my fingers in the middle of the ribbon spool to wrap around the box. Now I know this box kind of keeps moving, and that's okay. This does not need to be perfect. It actually looks better when you have ribbons of some different sizes. Okay, now I've wrapped it around a few times. I'm going to turn the box to the side. I'm going to cut the ribbon, and now I'm going to cut right down the side, just like so. Now, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to get an idea of the length of the ribbon. Now, I have ribbon on both sides of my box. I'm going to scoop them all up, grab them, fold them in half, and cut them right down the middle. Now that I've shown you my trick for cutting ribbon, I'm going to continue this step about 5 or 6 more times with the orange, and then I'm going to move on to black and white. Now that we've cut all the ribbon, now it's time to tie and curl. I like to tie about, 5 or 6 of the ribbon on, and then curl. Kind of gives me a break. I'm kind of going at random because I think it looks pretty that way, but I have done some where I've done a specific pattern and that looks really cute too. So I'm just making a single tie for each one of the ribbon, kind of clumping them together. I'll grab an orange. That'll be the last one of this one, and now I'm going to get ready to curl. So I have found that the shiny ribbon actually is more difficult to curl. So I like just the regular curling ribbon. I've found that it looks nicer for this particular project. Also, if a piece isn't really curling for you, don't worry. We're going to be tying candy on to the wreath. So just use that piece to tie the candy. And one more curl. Now we're just going to keep continuing to repeat the process. About 5 or 6 and then curl. It's a nice little break. So I'm just doing a single tie. Oops. That can happen sometimes. They can get caught up in each other. Don't worry about it. It's kind of a relaxing activity to kind of sit and just tie. You don't really have to think much about what you're doing, which is always a nice thing sometimes during the day. Just a little break. Okay, one more. I'm going to use black again and tie this one. Now we get to curl. I always love curling. You can do different lengths of the curl. So some you can do kind of just towards the bottom of the ribbon. Others you can curl all the way from the base. Any way you do it, it's going to look really great. I also found go with the curl. You get a better curl that way. Keep curling all of these like so. And last one. Now I'm going to push this chunk really close to the next one. You want them really tight together as it's going to give your wreath a fuller look. Now we're going to continue this process all the way around the entire wreath. It took a lot of time, but I think it's totally worth it. I really like how poofy and curly the wreath looks. Now comes the delicious part, adding the candy. The best kind of candy to use for this project is a stick or a twist. You're gonna take your candy and add it, we're gonna tie it on to one of your ribbons. I'm gonna start by using one of them that didn't curl the best. I'm gonna make a tie, like so. Stick the candy inside and pull. You might want to double knot these since these are a little heavier, like so. Get to really work on your dexterity of your fingers by doing this one. There you go. Now we're going to continue to do this with the candy. You're going to kind of fill up the wreath. I really like Tootsie Rolls for this project as the colors really work with the wreath. I also like some of the colored Tootsie Rolls too. They give it a little pop to the wreath. Make sure when you're tying them that you use a really long piece of ribbon. This will help you when you're trying to knot them. That way you're not trying to knot a very small piece of ribbon, because that's not fun. You're gonna keep doing this all around your wreath. There really is no rhyme or reason to where anything goes. Just wanna kind of make it look fun. Spread the candy out throughout the wreath. I like to keep the stick candies. I like to keep them up at the top of where the stick is. Kind of holds it in place a little better than putting the knot at the bottom. And I'm going to double knot this one just to make sure it stays. Now sometimes I might have to twist the candies a little bit more to make sure that they can go through the hoop and I can tie them on there. It doesn't hurt to make sure that your candy really stays on your wreath. That's what's going to make it look nice and fun and festive for the holiday. There, we'll get another knot for this one, like so, and twist the candy to get it through and tie. There we go. We'll do another stick candy. Let's find a long one. Here we go. And we're gonna knot it. Put the stick through and keep it really up at the top of the stick candy. Get another knot in there. Make sure that it stays. Because who doesn't like suckers? When I was little, I loved having suckers as candy. I thought they were so fun. Nowadays, can't even remember the last time I had a sucker. Might have to steal one of these from once we finish. And one more knot. There we go. This wreath is a perfect decoration for your door or can be used as an alternative for trick-or-treaters. Add a sign and detail scissors and your trick-or-treaters can cut off treats if you're out trick-or-treating with your family or friends. Now go ahead and keep filling your wreath with candy until you're happy with how it looks. Nothing says Halloween more like ghosts, so we're gonna be adding some ghost embellishments to our candy wreath. I'm gonna grab some styrofoam balls and my paint. I'm gonna paint some black eyes on each one of my ghosts. Now we're gonna pour out some paint and we're gonna paint some eyes on our ghost. For this project, I'm gonna use 3 styrofoam balls to make my ghosts. You use as many as you would like. Now, really any kind of black paint will work. Make sure it's black acrylic paint. Sticks a little better. There, I just made 2 little eyes. I'm gonna set it off to the side and repeat this for my remaining ghosts. Just little dots to make little eyes for my ghost styrofoam ball head. There we go, finish this one up. One more to go. Here's some eyes. Now again, it doesn't have to be perfect. They're little ghosts. So whatever you feel looks like a good ghost eye is what you should go with. Now we're gonna wrap our ghosts in cheesecloth. You can either make them spooky ghosts or friendly ghosts, your call. Let's unroll the cheesecloth about 4 or 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna cut right down or up, which is the direction I'm going. Doesn't need to be perfect. Nothing about this project is perfect. That's what makes it so fun. We're gonna cut it all the way up. Up. Make sure you cut all your cheesecloth, otherwise it'll stick together. We're gonna open up our cheesecloth. It is folded quite a bit. You want to keep it folded into 2, like this. You can see the 2 pieces together. You want to keep the 2 together. Lay it out nice and flat. Take your styrofoam ball and have your eyes facing you. Wrap the cheesecloth up around the styrofoam ball. Flip it over, shake it out, and adjust the eyes to make sure that you can see them. Then you're gonna take your cheesecloth and twist it about 2 or 3 times around your styrofoam. Then we're gonna use string to tie a knot around the ghost. Okay, now we're gonna cut our string. However long you would like, you can either have the ghost hanging or you can tie them rather tight to your wreath. I think either way looks really fun. I'm gonna tie a knot on the back of my ghost. Make sure it's nice and tight so that the styrofoam ball doesn't fall out. There we go. Now we're gonna repeat this step for the remaining ghosts. We finished our ghosts, so now we get to attach them to our pumpkin wreath. Taking the string we used for the ghost, we're going to attach it to the macrame ring. Move some of the ribbon away so that you have some room to attach the string to. You're gonna have 2 choices as to how you wanna hang this. One can be super close to the macrame, or you can tie it really tight, and then I'll show you the other way where the ghost is hanging. I'm gonna make 2 ties, and then I'm gonna cut off the excess, like so. Now I'm gonna adjust the ghost, poof it out a little bit. I'm gonna show you the other way to attach the ghost. You can have the ghost dangle. So we're gonna use the same method we just did to clear away some of the ribbon on the macrame hoop. And we're going to put your string from your ghost under the hoop. And we're going to tie the 2 pieces together. I'd suggest doing about 4 or 5 knots in this one to make sure that it really stays. Then you have a ghost that's hanging really low. So it looks like it can kind of blow around in the wind. So for my last ghost, I'm gonna tie him really close. So I'm gonna move some of the ribbon away. I'm gonna take my string, I'm gonna pull it really tight and tie a knot, making sure that my ghost stays in place. Then I'm gonna cut off the excess string, like so. Fluff it out, and there we go. Our wreath is all done. I really love how festive it looks with the ghosts and all the candy. Looks adorable. We're gonna use this tool to create a ribbon to hang it with. Depending on the length you want for your ribbon, that's how long you're gonna roll out your tool. Then you're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna cut right down the middle. Snip, snip, snip. Take your tool and bunch it in the middle. Then you're gonna wrap it around your wreath. Then you're gonna tie a knot, a loose knot up at the top, and then poof this out to make it look like a bow. Now we have our complete candy wreath, all ready for Halloween. To recap, we tied and curled curling ribbon, added great ghost embellishments, and a tulle ribbon to hang on your door. So thanks so much for watching and hope you have a great Halloween.